Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey, because we just got what we need. Doug and SPU are here to stay, so now we can finally grind like a pro. So let's get after it right now. Let's head back to the lobby and start tearing it up. And we have the Doug unit. And this Doug unit we're going to equip. You can see it's 20,125 damage with a short SPA and a large range. That is going to be the difference maker from us being able to play something like Endless. So we're going to hop straight into Endless and we're going to get started because our goal today is to at least unlock level 50. So this is going to be my next target, and I'm usually going to do this pretty haphazardly, especially with 2x because we still need our coins. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to place our pearl right away, and we're going to click start wave. And now you can see immediately at the start of our wave, as we get our first takedown, our pet is actually attacking and helping defeat waves. And on top of that, we're getting more gold for our placements much quicker than what we were before. So as you can see, we're already at 1,000, and frankly, my pet is doing most of the work right now, which is fantastic because we're looking to get 3250 for gold so we can place down our Captain Doug unit. Once Doug's placed down, you'll see that everything gets a lot easier. So let's see if we can get our Doug unit down here. All right, and we officially now have enough for Doug. So as you can see right off the bat, Doug just starts shredding through and getting these takedowns nice and fast. So unfortunately right now with the game, before the rebalance, as they are talking about doing a rebalance, the best and fastest way to get a unit to get to Endless is unfortunately AFK. Now you can do it before you get to level 5, or you can do it after you get to level 5. I did it afterwards simply so I could show you the game. But let's go ahead, let's get down more Dougs here. And as you remember, we can now place 3 of them. And we're still going to place our pearls, which we can now place 2 more pearls than what we did previously. I'm trying to do it all in the loop because this gives the best area of attack for range. Now we're doing this during a non-admin abuse. If we were doing this during an admin abuse, this would be going a lot faster. Usually they run some sort of boost which gives you a 10x or a 15x on the XP, and that means that you can get through your XP pretty fast. Because ultimately our goal at this point is to try and get to some boss battles, or to try and get to something that's going to be a little bit better overall for us to grind. Because this can get kind of annoying, but you need to get to level 50 to get to boss battles, and that's going to allow us to start unlocking some chests pretty fast once we get there. So this is still going to give us some progression. It'll get us some movement as well on our chart for quests, as well as towards the pass. So we'll go through that. Let's see if we can level up here. Let's get our Dougs at max level, and then we will kind of go through. But hopefully we won't have to actually just jump to AFK when you start off in the beginning once they do the rebalance. So then that way we can get some good stuff. Because as of right now, without getting prismatic chests, without getting some of these exotic chests, and even some of these secret chests to get some of these units, it becomes pretty rough. But we are going to get some eggs, which might also give us another secret unit or another exotic unit, and then we can go even further. Now, one of the other things that we want to try and do is stock up our coins and gems, because that's going to allow us to buy things at the marketplace. And the first thing that we want to do is to be able to get that 7x speed, because it is going to make this process and every process that we do go a lot faster. Now I just spaced, Doug is one of those items that's going to be a Pierce unit. So I'm going to place Doug right here because that lines him up with the line. And then that way it goes through the first unit and it goes and continues on throughout the map. we're actually going to sell all of our Dougs, and we're going to line Doug up back here because that's going to get us the best damage later on when there's multiple lines of units. So let's do this again here. And then now Pearl is going to be our AoE because you're just going to see that full there. So that's full area range of attack for AoE. And ultimately, as you can see, the circle gets bigger. So anything inside of that circle would instantly take damage. We have our SpongeBob, which is a line attack unit. So it's going to attack everything in a line. And then we have our Barnacle Boy Patrick, which is Splash. So once again, same concept, throws that water balloon. It's going to splash on everything around it as well. They're talking about doing a rebalance at the end of April of 2026. As we progress, we're going to get everything maxed out, and then at one point, there's probably not going to be anything for us to do for a while. The one thing that we have to remember is the game can time out at the 20-minute mark. So once we hit that 20-minute mark, you'll just see basically a box appear, you'll get disconnected, and you will end up losing your game progress. So to stop that, typically we want to click something, jump. I end up clicking or jumping too often, usually around a 1 to 3 minute mark, but realistically every 10 minutes is perfectly fine. You just want to make sure that you are clicking something or jumping or doing something to activate the screen, so then that way you do not drop. So as you can see by the unit manager, we have everything maxed out with every single placement available. So right now is that time that I was talking about where we either need to click something or hit the space bar and jump. So we will wait and we'll continue on. Obviously at level 10, that means that we can add another character. We don't have anything at this time, but we will need something soon. So we will continue to watch our progress and we will check in a few. Alright, as you can see, we have officially unlocked level 10. So with level 10 unlocked, we have the ability to have a 5th unit to be able to place down. We currently don't have anything, as we are going to be waiting here and playing through. We are going to check our playtime prizes a little bit later and see if we can get something there, because once we click those last two, they will reset and we will get a new batch over the next 3 hours. But let's continue to play on and see how far we can get in waves. All right, and we have been defeated at wave 434. So we did break level 10. We are officially at level 12. We have 112 eggs, as you can see there, and we have now some food. We have a mount from our AFK, and then as well as some sponge, and that's going to be more along the lines of crafting. So let's go through. We've got another playtime reward that we can choose, and we get trait rerolls. Perfect timing. So now if we want to make our units even better, we're going to go over to traits, and traits is where we can select our unit. And as you can see, we have trait rerolls, and we're going to hit reroll. So now there's definitely different ones. You can see the index here, which is your damage. You've got attack speed, range, gains XP, unit target range. You got jellyfish jam, which boosts nearby units attack speed. You got wealth, which reduces your unit upgrade as you max out your unit. Sea bear, massive damage increase, but it can hurt the cooldown and range. Vortex, which is going to up the speed. Sidekick, which adds another placement. Secret formula, which is Bikini Bottom's greatest and strongest mystery. And then scurvy, which decreases all the unit stats. Then Neptune's crown. Neptune's crown is basically something that when you get it, it gives you a trait 1 and trait 2. So then you have 2 traits that you can change, and hopefully you can get something like Secret Formula Sidekick or Sea Bear Sidekick. Now on the new units, Sea Bear Sidekick is typically the one that you would shoot for. So let's see if we can even get a Sea Bear on here. Looks like we are stuck with Scholar, and that is going to help level up our unit. So as you can see, we have 5,112. So we are still a ways away from being able to buy anything here. We are at wave 12. We have not unlocked anything except for challenges. So as you can see here, your play modes, we've got story challenges. We still have yet to unlock raids and extras. We still don't have boss battles, but we do have Rogue and Tower of Karate. So we will dive into challenges next here as we're going to progress and show off some challenges, and then we'll show off some Rogue. Thanks for joining in today, and now we are going to get ready to move on to the next episode. Hope you continue to enjoy, like, subscribe, and join me in the next adventure where we're going to take on challenges. So I can't wait to see you there, and enjoy your day.